Holy crap! We're still not done with this season? It feels like ages ago that Pegasus was defeated after a seasons-long journey to dueling him. What else could we possibly do in this season that will set the stage for the future of this series? The answer, unfortunately, is nothing. These final 4 episodes don't do anything for future seasons, they just introduce another worthless character to make Tristan and Taya feel less worthless.
Good morning!
Good for you, maybe.
I get that Solomon Moto was in a bad mood, but geez, do you have to be so rude to everyone around you? No call for that in any circumstance.
I've never seen him like this before.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
What the hell are you doing sneaking up on us by crawling on the ground after you moved away from sight?
I've been trapped in an ancient pyramid, but nothing compares to this.
Not even having your soul trapped for a week?
I better go check out the competition.
Don't even think about it.
Vince McMahon talking to WWE superstars when they first hear about the brand new company called All Elite Wrestling in 2019. Oddly enough, the result of this game shop is the same result of AEW, as it went from competition to just another place to wrestle, or in this case, shop for games. Enter Duke Devlin, who supposedly is here to bring sexy back, but only ends up as a one-time villain and full-time cheerleader after his humiliation.
I gotta save every penny of that award money for my sister's operation.
Your what? Oh, right, that one thing you worked this entire season for. How the hell did I forget all about it when I saw endless videotape flashbacks? Maybe all this filler garbage has just been messing with my head. Does everybody attend this school and then never again? We had Seto Kaiba, who we haven't seen attend since the first episode, the main characters who constantly run away from here, and now Duke Devlin attends too?
But I don't want to stoop to the level of that 2-bit Houdini.
All these flying symbols around you say otherwise, and can we stop talking like this? I'm getting very dizzy.
When I beat that dice dork, those girls are gonna be cheering Joey.
The ladies are cheering for Duke because either he paid them or he's just better looking than you. Defeating him won't change their mind about you, especially if it's the latter reason.
I'm afraid I don't have a deck of my own.
Scene does not contain the entire school suddenly gasp in shock at Duke Devlin not having a Duel Monsters deck of his own. In this world, everyone carries a deck with them. It's the law. Arrest him immediately.
No way I can lose to that show on.
Joey has already lost the duel against Duke and it hasn't even begun, nor are we in the dueling arena yet.
Give me a D! Give me a U!
Automatically thrown in 50 cents because we gotta deal with this annoying cheerleader squad for 4 straight episodes. And yet somehow they still feel less annoying than Taya and Tristan. But still.
Let's slice and dice the dice man.
Oh god, the puns are back and we haven't even entered the actual Dungeon Dice Monsters game. To all who are watching this video, you are free to leave anytime. I only wish I could go with you.
Michizuri. The Michizuri monster.
Monster? That was clearly a trap card, not a monster card.
And then you're gonna close your shop down for good.
Well, since this game shop is on the line against Joey's services to Duke, I'd say it's pretty obvious the next turn will defeat Joey instantly. They're not even trying to make it seem like he has a chance here, as only Yugi is allowed to defeat any new challenge. So, does this confirm that everyone can actually see the box containing the life points that appear on the screen for us viewers as Joey literally looks down at it in surprise? Dice abuse.
Now put it on and bark for me.
We interrupt Yu-Gi-Oh! To bring you Vince McMahon forcing Trish Stratus to bark like a dog in humiliation.
You will swear on your grandfather's life never to play Duel Monsters.
Joke's on you, I'm an ancient Egyptian pharaoh whose grandfather died thousands of years ago. What was that again?
Something Duke Devlin will never understand.
And I'm going to try my best not to let Duke know that I just broke my toe stomping on the dice because holy fuck, that hurt so much!
Looks a bit different than a dueling arena, huh?
Not really, all you did was remove one platform to bring in another.
Dungeon Dice Monsters is a whole new game with a whole new set of rules.
In other words, the exact same rules on Duel Monsters except we're using dice instead of trading cards. Summon monsters to the field, boost them with magic, set traps for your opponents, and the goal is to eliminate your opponent's life points, or heart points in this case, with dice. So there are 42 pieces of die on the board and each player is only allowed to select 15 of them. This already doesn't make any sense because what's the point of the 27 additional die that won't be used in the game? They all have practically the same symbols on them. Don't worry, I'm trying not to take forever with this, otherwise we'll be here all night.
Game on!
What is this, the GX era?
Oh, Duke, go!
Right now, the only entertaining part about all this is Joey being forced to hang out with the cheerleaders, and my headaches are about to kill me faster than when Rebecca Hawkins was here.
2 out of the 3 dice have to land with the same type summon crest.
But I'm only allowed to use one of them to summon a monster instead of both, which makes it redundant to roll 2 summoning crests if you're only allowed to use one in the end.
If I win this, then you have to give my friend Joey his freedom back.
Duke was already informed of that promise twice before the game even began. What is the need of the third reminder? He already said yes to those demands.
Early stages of the game, it's better to go for a low-level sure thing.
Please don't tell me that this set of episodes was created so Duke Devlin could be the inspiration for Seto Kaiba switching up the rules of Duel Monsters in the next season. I will quit if that is the case.
Go! Dice roll!
One of the most irritating things of these 3 episodes is constantly hearing the overdramatic phrase, go dice roll, for literally every roll of the die. Sure, they want this to be a very intense set of episodes, but then we're back to the conversation of these episodes having no reason to exist.
Go! Dice roll!
Did that have to require Duke Devlin to do a complete tilt-a-whirl where he stands? If anything, that should cause the dice to go sailing all over the arena, and possibly hit Joey in the face again.
Maybe we should change your title from the King of Games to the King of Lane.
If anything, this broadcast could very well destroy Duke Devlin's reputation simply because he's not telling the Pharaoh anything about the rules of the game while it's in progress. How does this ruin the reputation of the King of Games when it's a game he's never played before?
Ha! Not a summon crest!
Duke has time to react to one die not containing a summon crest while the others are still moving, even though all 3 dice were thrown at the same time and same speed.
I rolled 2 level 4 summon crests.
No you didn't. Only one of the 2 dice contained a level 4 summoning crest. The other was just a crest with no number. How does that qualify?
Yugi has a long way to go to win this game.
Just like we sadly have a long way to go to get out of this season, even when it's literally been a couple weeks since I released the video to Yugi fighting Pegasus.
The winged dragon, guardian of the fortress.
Another reason why this is exactly Duel Monsters with dice. They couldn't even create different monsters used only for this game.
Nothing you roll is going to help you get out of this mess.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. We still have over 2.5 episodes of this, and holy fuck, there's over 2.5 episodes left of this shit!
All because of your cheating. That's the only way you could have beaten Pegasus.
So let me get this straight. This set of 4 episodes for the season finale involving a dice game exists only because Duke Devlin is mad that Yugi beat Pegasus. This would be interesting, except it leads nowhere and does nothing for the future of this series. Another 50 cents.
I had created something truly remarkable.
So remarkable that we never end up hearing about Dungeon Dice Monsters ever again, and Duke ends up becoming the 3rd cheerleader of the gang that never needed them in the first place.
I haven't been able to contact him at all.
The Pharaoh should totally fuck with Duke and say, well, that's because he's dead. But unfortunately, the cameras are rolling and word must never spread about Pegasus's murder.
Thunderbolt!
It's one thing for gamers to know what monster will be played on the field in Duel Monsters, but how does the Pharaoh or Duke know which monster will be summoned to the field by the usage of dice? Or do they get a choice in the matter?
I can't wait till Yugi wins this and gets Joey out of that dog suit.
What, just so you can continue berating Joey and making fun of his dueling skills in the future? Don't think I've forgotten about that, Tristan.
I wonder just what my competition is up to.
You've been so pissed off at its existence and now you're interested in what it's got in store? Solomon must be having dementia the dice. I mean, fuck! I've heard dementia the dice too much already here.
Joey, Taya, Yugi.
But fuck Tristan, am I right? And in this case, I agree wholeheartedly, so I will not add us in here.
No one's here to watch the back of your head, dude.
You're clearly taller than Solomon. What are you complaining about, asshole?
What?
2 summons and a movement crest.
Maybe Duke's right. The Pharaoh really is cheating here, because this is not 2 summons and a movement crest. That is 1 summon, 1 magic, and 1 movement, so you can't do shit in this move. And how does Duke not realize this either?
Crest this, crest that, I'm totally lost.
While you figure out how the game works, can you also tell me where the hell you got that sign with a question mark on it?
By the way, my ox gains a 10-point bonus.
Good to know, but did the numbers have to go back and forth like that when the points were being upgraded?
I'm not sure I follow it myself, Taya.
Well, you don't follow Duel Monsters, so it's no surprise you can't follow this game. But then again, neither can I, so for once we are in the same boat. But don't think this means we are friends.
The Warp Vortex!
In other words, the Deus Ex Machina that allows the Pharaoh to get out of the trap he's stuck in and go straight for Duke's heart points. Well done, you just screwed yourself over. Duke Devlin put Seto Kaiba's voice into the Strike Ninja. Kaiba is definitely going to be pissed that his voice wasn't put into a dragon.
That's 1 down.
Punching Tristan's hands must be a new form of cheerleading, apparently. Can we switch from the hands to his face, please?
Closer than anyone I've ever faced.
Except for Pegasus, since he clearly beat you in the flashback.
But none of your monsters can withstand the force of Orgoth.
Famous last words. Sure, none of the monsters he has on the field right now. But you don't know much about this guy who manages to snag everything out his ass at the last second, or in this case, the last episode, which we are thankfully on.
King of Games is in a desperate retreat.
If you're a game master, then you would know that there's more to playing than simply attacking. Clearly, Duke Devlin has never heard of strategy, and the entire world is watching too.
Now I'm going to expose you as the fraud you really are.
You're determining all that from a Dungeon Dice Monsters game? If you truly wanted to see how Pegasus was defeated by Yugi, then why aren't you dueling him with Duel Monsters? That would actually be far more entertaining than what we are watching right now.
Don't forget that you defeated the inventor of Duel Monsters at his own game.
Finally, we got a great moment with Joey Wheeler in this episode. Despite all the abuse that cheerleaders have been giving him and being in a dog suit, this inspirational speech from Joey was awesome and showed how much he's grown since the series began. Didn't think I'd remove any sin to this set of filler episodes, but I can surprise even myself.
Duke's right. I have nothing left.
Probably should have kept that to yourself because, once again, the cameras are rolling, everyone is watching, and one should never admit defeat even when the odds seem impossible. Wow, suddenly I'm joining in on Joey's speech.
I summon the Dark Magician!
The Dark Magician?
The one thing I love is that this duel ends with a suck on that bitch moment as the Pharaoh brings out the Dark Magician to Duke's absolute horror. Didn't like wasting my time here, but I love this ending.
Remember when I told you about item summoning?
Not really, that was like 3 episodes and 10,000 additional rules ago.
How are you gonna do that? By skewering your own monster?
If you created the Dungeon Dice Monsters game, then that means you literally know about the Mystic Box effect of the Dark Magician, as you made that a part of the game. How the fuck are you falling for this trick at all? Best part was the Dark Magician wagging his finger at Duke like a disappointed father. Once again, suck on that, bitch.
You proved you really did beat Pegasus, fair and square.
Shame that it caused you to fuck up your reputation on live television worldwide and potentially cause the future downfall of your career, but we all learned a valuable lesson in the end. And that is, never put filler episodes at the end of a season! I'm out of this bitch. See ya.